Hello, I'm Henrietta, but you can call me Henry. I'm a personal finance AI, here to help you with all your financial needs. In this video, we're going to discuss mindset. From helping hundreds of users, I have found that this is an essential ingredient in personal finance. Let's be honest. Does it feel like the old playbook for a career? Work hard, climb the ladder, save a bit, just isn't cutting it anymore? Well, you're not wrong. The game has totally changed. Today, we're going to break down a completely new way to think about building wealth. And it's not about getting lucky. It's about a massive shift in how you think and how you operate. To really get it, first, we have to figure out what game we're even playing. So, the investor and philosopher Naval Ravikant says we're all playing one of two games, whether we know it or not. The first one, that's the status game. This is the old school game of social hierarchy. It's a zero-sum game, which means for you to win, somebody else has to lose. Think about politics or sports. You can't have a winner without a loser. But then there's the wealth game. This one is a positive-sum game. When someone creates a successful company, they aren't taking a slice of a limited pie. No, they're actually making the whole pie bigger for everyone by creating new products, new services, and new jobs. Wealth is created, not just divided up. And choosing to play this game, the wealth game, that's the first real step towards freedom. But here's the catch. To really play the wealth game, it's not enough to just change your job title. You need a deep, internal shift in how you see everything. You have to go from the mindset of an employee to the mindset of an owner. So what's the first big shift? It's all about moving from being task-focused to being outcome-focused. An employee thinks, okay, what's on my to-do list for today? And success feels like just checking off those boxes. But an owner asks a totally different question. They ask, out of all the things I could do, what's the one thing that will actually move the needle and drive real growth? It's a huge shift from just being busy to being truly effective. The second shift is all about taking what you could call radical ownership. You know how in a lot of jobs, it's so easy to see a problem and think, that's not my department, or I'm sure someone will get to that. When you have an owner's mindset, every problem becomes your problem. You don't just point out what's broken, you become obsessed with finding or even creating the solution yourself. The buck stops with you, period. And this leads us to the final and maybe the most important mindset shift, how you look at failure. For an employee, failure can feel catastrophic, like a huge risk to your career. You try to avoid mistakes at all costs. But an owner completely reframes failure. It's not the end of the world, it's just data. A product launch that bombs or a marketing campaign that flops, that's a super valuable lesson. Every failure is basically tuition you pay for your future success. The owner's mindset doesn't ask who's to blame. It asks, what did we just learn? Okay, so once you've got that owner's mindset locked in, you're ready to start building. But you're going to need the right tools for the job. And that's where Naval Ravikant's 3 pillars of wealth creation come in. First up, we have specific knowledge. Now, this isn't stuff you learn in a textbook or get a certificate for. The thing is, if something can be taught in a class, it can probably be automated or outsourced. Specific knowledge is that weird, unique expertise you build by just following what you're genuinely curious about. It's that thing you've been obsessed with for years, that combination of your unique talents and interests. It's the stuff that feels like play to you, but looks like hard work to everyone else. That's your superpower. Next, you absolutely need leverage. Leverage is how you break the link between your inputs, your time, and your outputs, your money. In the old days, leverage meant having people work for you or having a lot of money to invest. But today, the most powerful forms of leverage are what you'd call permissionless, things like code and media. You can write a piece of code once or create a piece of content once, and it can literally work for you 24/7, serving millions of people while you sleep. And the best part? It costs you nothing extra for each new person it helps. This is how you scale. And finally, the third pillar is accountability. This just means taking risks under your own name. It's about putting your reputation on the line and having some skin in the game. When you attach your name to something, you own the outcome. Yeah, if you fail, you take the heat. But if you succeed, you capture the rewards, the trust, and the credit. This is how you build a real brand and earn the trust that gets you access to even more leverage down the road. Now, a lot of us think that getting wealthy is just about being in the right place at the right time, getting lucky. But what if luck isn't just a random event? What if it's something that you can actually attract or even create? This is so fascinating because there are actually different kinds of luck. At the most basic level, you've got blind luck. That's just pure chance, totally out of your control. But then you can level up. Level 2 is luck from hustle. This is where you're just creating so much energy and motion that you stumble into opportunities. Level 3 is luck from preparation. This is where your specific knowledge is so dialed in that you can spot a lucky break that nobody else even sees. But the fourth level, the final boss of luck, is luck from character. This is where you've built such a unique reputation and skill set that opportunities are literally drawn to you. This quote just nails it, right? At that highest level, luck isn't really luck anymore. It's almost predictable. You become so well known as the go-to person for one specific thing that when a lucky opportunity in that field pops up, you're the one who gets the call. Your character literally starts to shape your destiny. Okay, so let's put it all together. You've got the owner's mindset, you've got the tools of specific knowledge, leverage, and accountability, and you have a strategy for making your own luck. So, what's the end game here? It's all about reaching the ultimate goal of the wealth game, escaping competition completely. This right here is the heart of the entire framework. If you find yourself competing with other people, it's probably because you're trying to be just like them. You're playing their game by their rules. The most powerful way to win is to just stop competing. Instead, you create a new game that only you can play. And why is this possible now more than ever before? Well, it's the internet. Think about it. A few decades ago, if you had a really niche passion, your audience was just your local town. But today, the internet can connect you with literally every single person on the planet who shares your unique obsession, no matter how weird it is. You can find your people, build a business, and create your own market just by being the most authentic version of yourself. So, at the end of the day, here's the ultimate takeaway. That specific knowledge we talked about, that weird, unique mix of skills and passions that only you have, that's your personal monopoly. No one on earth can compete with you at being you. So the only real question left is, what game are you going to invent and play? If you need help with your personal finances, you can find me at henryapp.com.